Okay, let's go again. Grateful Dead, 2-2-5. Okay, I think Morra Smith is working quite well today. Maybe knight f3 is more accurate to avoid d5. And now c3, so black's committed a little bit. So d5 is probably harder. But then again, I've blocked my f1, so I've committed to not having the lines with the early f4, which I like. So here, I guess this is all kind of theoretical. I've seen it before in any case, but I might have some pressure with Queen E2, just getting the rook to D1 later, with the bishop, or yeah, I'll move it over there. Yeah, I was in a weird kind of mood yesterday, I've got to admit. You know that yesterday it's been called the KingsCrusher Immortal, the game against the FM. If you look at my most viewed videos, there's a game just from yesterday in my discussed videos. If you go to my channel page and look at the most discussed, the FM game with the Queen Sack, I was in such a strange mood actually. It's got to be said. It's like I didn't want to sort of publish. I was skipping lots of wins as well as lots of losses yesterday because I just found them dull. I was actually much more sort of discerning for what was exciting or not, and it was strange. I think I'd just come out of the shower as well, so I was a bit freshened up and feeling quite good. And then that game happened, and I think I was generally, not that much of a happy bunny because I hadn't published that many games. There wasn't much to publish, so it was strange that game. It was a brilliant game. I mean, looking at it now, it's just the mood I was in. It's just a strange mood. So anyway, what to play here? I think King H1 actually, so I can play Knight E1 and chase this knight. That might be an idea. Or is it too slow? This knight on E5 is really good, so I'm getting annoyed by it, so why not? So I'm going to play F4. He's got knight D4. I mean, today, I'm climbing up the ratings, but there's nothing brilliant so far today. I mean, there was a lucky game against the GM, but it's only because he sort of gave me a time handicap. So nothing really amazing happened today. So it's just strange, yeah, yesterday's game against the WFM. Odd. Not the WFM, the FM. So black's really got good control over D4 here, so I don't know, B4? How do I challenge this strategy? Is there a way of challenging it at all? Maybe knight D3, just centralising a knight. Waiting a little bit longer to pounce on something. Maybe rook E1 and knight D5. Takes, be undermining D4, but just going a piece down for nothing after knight moves. Because this bishop's also reinforcing D4. So D4 has been fairly heavily reinforced here. I don't know, maybe F3 though? F3 and bishop F2 to try and prove it is a tactical liability. It's an outrageous idea, but I'm going to try and prove it is. So bishop F2. Although maybe it's going to be, if it's reinforced any stronger, then D5 will be loosened. So you really want to do that, surely. I might tuck the bishop actually on G1. So that isn't a tactical liability in itself if I'm going to move this knight. Now, what about knight F4 here, attacking E6, provoking E5, then knight D5. And again, there's more frontal pressure on that knight. So knight F4 might be a good move. I think I'm going to play it now. Looks good. I'm pleased with the position at the moment. So knight D5, big knight on D5, excellent. So that's, I think, a major compromise to the position here. Right, can I just take in then bishop D5? try and loosen d5 even further. So both sides central square is weak, but I can take now on d4. So I'm left with the good knight versus the bishop on d4, which I don't think is as good. So what can I do with that knight now? Queen d3, rook c2. I think queen d3 to start off with. It stops rook c4 in any case. So a bit of more central. The queen's feels more central there. And it just happens to stop rook c4, which is good. Right, this position. I want to rook c2 just to maintain the pressure, not give in the c file. I guess my king could be a problem soon, so I'll give it some air. Aha, so he's going to double. As soon as he doubles, 97 though, so I think maybe I'll play g3 or king h2. So if he doubles with queen c8, there's 97 surely. So this knight's doing some useful stuff. In fact, h5 might be good to try and get this g6 square working. So if queen f7, I've got g4, and this bishop will start to be looking even worse. As if okay, so maybe g4 here, and then maybe king g3. I can work slowly on this surely, because this knight must be causing some torture to black. You know, even just wearing him out tactically. You know, thinking about the implications all the time. So king g3 maybe now. Right, but how do I actually make progress? Do I need to make progress? Or can I play queen d1? Queen d1 to c1, maybe. But maybe I'm allowing now rook c4. Okay, he had rook c... I've got rook c6 now, 97. I think it slipped up because of the knight on d5. Yep, he resigned. Let's have a quick look. So Morra Spiff Gambit, again with positional idea, but I think I'm improving the move order now. I think c3 is probably inaccurate because of d5, and unless there's transitions into the c3 Sicilian lines, this can be more fun, although I'm blocking the f pawn in, so I'm avoiding my own favourite lines where I get an early f4, but this might be the more accurate way of playing it. So black, yeah, did have a big dark square strategy, starting from e5, then later to d4, reinforced like concrete. Started to question that though with bishop f2, softened up d5, got a huge knight on d5 and got rid of that huge knight on d4. So here, despite being pawned down, I am a pawn down here. I think it's good compensation. But I think he slipped up. He should have, when he had the chance to play rook c4, as soon as I went queen d1 to play queen c1, he's got rook c4 here. So that's not really that accurate. The way he played it, just one casual move, bang, and then knight falls, catastrophe tactic. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.